Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Shri Bhagavān Uvaca Brahmani Adhaya Karmani Sangam Tyaktva Karoti Yaham Lipyate Nasa Papena Padma-patram ivāmbhasā. 5.10 Brahmani adhaya karmani Sangam tyaktva karoti yaham Lipyate nasa papena Padma-patram ivāmbhasā. Brahmani adhaya karmani Sangam tyaktva karoti yaham Lipyate nasa papena Padma-patram ivāmbhasā. Padma-patram ivāmbhasā. So Bhagavan is explaining, he has explained who Nitya Sannyasi is, the one who doesn't have raga dvesha, because he has such a anuraga for the Lord within, so there is no raga or dvesha outside. After that he has explained how does this person look like, one who has this attachment for the Lord within, that he is able to have no raga dvesha outside. So how is he like? That is Vijitatma Jitendriya. Yoga Yukta Vijitatma Jitendriya. And then now the Lord explains further. This is fifth one is still about Nishkama Karma Yoga. So Nishkama Karma Yoga, Sannyasi. Sannyasi means untouched. Untouched in the mind. It's not that one would not do the activities, but untouched in the mind. So Lord is continuing further. Brahmani adaya karmani sangam tyaktva karoti. So how do they perform these activities like the Nishkama Karma Yoga? Again, Nishkama Karma Yoga is untouched inside. Activity outside, but untouched inside. Brahmani adaya karmani sangam tyaktva karoti. One who is performing the karma, sangam tyaktva karoti, not sangam tyaktva, giving away the sangam with the modes, not being affected by the modes. Brahmani adaya karmani. That is performing the karmas unto the Supreme, not being affected by the modes. Sangam tyaktva karoti. Lipyatena sapapena Padma-patram ivāmbhasā. So in this way, not touched by any sinful activities, this person, this performer, he stays as a Padma-patram ivāmbhasā, the drop on a lotus feet. Lotus leaf. Drop on a lotus leaf. Drop on a lotus leaf is, it is on the leaf but not on the leaf. Untouched. Untouched. It's on the leaf, but the leaf is not wet. Like that. So when an action is performed, when in Brahmani adaya karmani, Srila Prabhupada explains, when an action is performed with this body, Seeing this body as Krishna's, that itself can make the person liberated from the modes. There is no more aham mameti anymore, and liberated from the modes. Seeing this body as Krishna's, performing the action. This body belongs to Krishna, so this body has to be in service. So this is for Krishna. Simple. Simple. So when anything is done like that, oh, this belongs to Krishna, so this is for Krishna, then they are not touched by the modes. Because they're very much touched by Krishna, like that, then they're not touched by the modes. Padma-patram ivāmbhasā. So in this way, the devotees, they do. Not that they don't do any activities, they do a lot of activities. But none of those activities touch them. They just do it for Krishna. Apparently, it may look like that activity may be yielding the fruit or not yielding the fruit. But what's important to the devotee is this performed? Is this activity or is this seva is performed according to the instruction that is given, so it is pleased to Krishna? That's all matters to the devotee. Sometimes what happens is, when an instruction is given to a sishya, the sishya may not even understand what is happening when he is performing the instruction. But all that we have to know is, this is my instruction and I just have to do it. How much do I gain by it? How much others gain by it is beyond my comprehension. So that is the transcendental vision. See, for example, Srila Prabhupada, when he was on the planet, he gave seva to each person based on what is needed and what their inclination is. See, one may say, you guys, if somebody is going to collect donation for the temple, to build the temple, so if the instruction from the Gurudev is go collect the funds, then that is it, go collect the funds. And there will always be somebody saying, or the mind saying, do we really need the funds? Why am I doing this outside? How many funds am I going to get? Will this be enough for the temple? By the way, is the temple needed at all? Why can't all of us just take our beat back, sit at home and chant? Yeah. Or instead of chanting, why am I doing this? So if the disciple starts to think like that, then the instruction is go get the funds for Krishna Mandir. Then the mind starts thinking all this. Instruction has come from Guru, but the Shishya is thinking whether I do this or not. It doesn't really make sense. What are the pros and cons? What are the benefits and risks? Is it really worth doing? When Shishya starts doing that, putting the instruction of the Guru aside, that's the trick of Maya. In the name of bhakti, also mind can trick like that. Yeah. Why go do that seva? Why collect the funds? I would rather just sit at home, chant 64 and chant 64. 64 plus 64. I will do that. That is the trick of mind. That's the thinking under the influence of false ego. We have to know that we are defective. When an instruction is coming from an authority, the very fact that we want to see that an instruction as something connecting us to Kṛṣṇa. That is where Kṛṣṇa is met. That is how one gets Kṛṣṇa. Not because one comes up with their own thoughts, and then start acting based on that. That is ahankara vimūಢātma karta viti manyate. That is actions without connection to Kṛṣṇa. Just because mind is saying, oh yes, chanting is Kṛṣṇa, so I should just sit at home, chant 64 plus 64. That ain't gonna happen anyway. Because what matters inside is there submission or not? When that is there, then Padma-patram ivāmbhasā. Even if they're going out and collecting the funds, or even if they're chanting, whatever activity or seva may be done, they're untouched inside because they're in very much in touch with Guru and Kṛṣṇa. Like that. So in Bhakti, when the instruction is given to us, we may not see how much it is benefiting us or others. But when that instruction is followed, it actually benefits the performer, and it is of loka kalyana to others also. Like that. Our senses are very defective. Our estimation is defective. Our perception is defective. We cannot see the things as they are. We are unable to see the holy name as it is. So we are defective. So our understanding is defective. So when we are acting based on that, then we get caught up with the mind. But when we are acting based on the instruction that is given, then we stay untouched by the modes. That's very important. So we cannot comprehend the nature of the devotional service, the potency of the devotional service. All we have to do is follow the instruction that will be auspicious to oneself, and it will be of loka kalyanam. It will be good for others. In this way, a sadhaka, bhakta can stay untouched by moods inside.